We wanted to do, we wanted players to challenge themselves. We wanted them to feel like they had to do it in order to be better drivers. See, I'm talking and driving being terrible. So here we are in Suzuka, a track that's making a great return. It's a track we had in Forza Motorsport 4. It's awesome to bring it back here. So it's in the middle of a storm, and this is one of the things, again, going to the Xbox One X. We had obviously native 4K, a rock solid 60 frames per second, and HDR. And man, I cannot speak enough about HDR. But we wanted to reimagine the track experience. So here you're going to have a dynamic storm that's going to roll through. And again, you know, we want that feeling of I'm driving and off in the distance I see dark clouds and they start to roll through. I hear thunder, a couple raindrops. Next thing I know, I'm in the middle of a storm, and the puddles are going to expand and contract as based on the rain density. But it wasn't just that. We wanted to do it with sky cloud shadows as well. So, you know, a racing game, as you know, is all about precision and hitting your apex and consistency. Cloud shadows, they really change the composition of a turn. You're used to what the light looks like in your brake markers, and when a cloud rolls through it, that changes everything.
The reflections it just looks incredible.
Yeah.
I love the headlights off in the distance there, Ryan.
One of the other new things we wanted to reimagine for players is just that feeling of what it looks like to have a car at peak. And so we went through all 700 cars and touched up wipers and mirrors to make it feel more, you know, thrilling. A car at peak it can be a scary thing, you know, hearing the driveline flex. On the show floor, players can actually take the GTR out, and that's a race car, and so it's got exposed wiring and hoses, and they're just rattling and shaking like crazy.
It's really interesting. I did a panel yesterday with Henry Ford III, which was awesome to meet him, and Harry Tinknell, who's a WEC driver, and that was what he picked out about Forza Motorsport 7. And, you know, he said, look, he was blown away by the look of it. It looks incredible, felt incredible, but he was saying the thing that felt so close to real racing for him were those details. The fact that things are rattling in the cockpit, it felt like you were on the limit of the car.
And that's exactly what we wanted to convey to players, is like, these machines at peak, they can really scare you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to pull off to the side and let them win. I just want to show off a little bit of the detail really quickly. Again, this is showing up here in 4K and HDR. But again, when we started to develop, you know, for PC these last few years, again, we were able to lower our min spec. But if you were to plug the Xbox One X into 1080p TV, it's going to look great. It's going to downsample the 1080p. And that was important for us. You know, HDRs, it's not in all TVs yet. So this game is really future-proof. But if you were to plug it into your TV that you have at home, it's going to look awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point, isn't it?
It looks
amazing.
So I just got some points. I made it through, and I'm gonna show you a little bit about my rewards here.
All right.
So I got some mods, got a little bit of credits payout. Obviously got a big total there, 29 million. So one of the things again we wanted to reimagine is leveling. It's exactly as you'd expect. You race, you get XP, you level up. There's this whole new system now that's tied to car collection, and I'll explain how that works. So if I go from 26 to 27, I get a choice of rewards from credits, car discounts, mods, exclusive driver gear. Now, the way it works is the more cars I collect, I move up in collection tiers. And the higher the tier, the better those rewards are going to be. So I may, you know, get 100,000 credits or 200,000 credits. The driver gear may be ultra legendary because I have the highest collection tier. And what's great about that, again, is players can then, you know, you see my 4, I'm a 4 collection tier. The higher the tier, it's going to show up next to your gamer tag. And people are going to know based on the suit, your collection tier, that you're a hardcore player. You're collecting cars. And you can collect them in tons of different ways. Auction house. Forzathon is a feature we brought over from Forza Horizon 3.
Excellent.
You know, players will be able to buy it in a brand new car collection screen, which is really exciting.
It feels like you're really making an effort to encourage Forza players to try out every part of the game.
Absolutely.
Collect more cars, different types of cars. Use
Dip
the
your
mods
toes.
to push yourself forward in
And
your driving.
again, you know, I didn't even get a chance to talk about our peripherals, you know, so we've got assist, so it's easy to play. But with multi-USB support, you know, we've got over 30 officially supported wheels. But again, with multi-USB, you can take any wheel pedal combination, H-pattern shifters. You know, I keep telling the story, but it's true. We tried all sorts of crazy stuff, like a Guitar Hero guitar we were talking about.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome. You know, PlayStation racers, they can use the PC, plug in their DualShock.
Right.
We really want to be players of all skill types, peripherals, and devices together in Forza Motorsport 7.
Can I request, once you get back home to Turn 10 Studios, can I request that you and Brian Eckberg do a
100%.
Do a Guitar
I'll do the
Hero,
dance pad one, because that one's really
live
hard, because you
stream.
got to do a lot of movement. Yeah,
maybe
we will
24 hours of Le Mans
All right, let's
on a Guitar Hero guitar.
24 seconds of Le Mans. We'll do that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what else have you got coming up this week at Gamescom then?
Again, we've been showing off the car. We're showing off the demo that we have. Later this month, we're going to be talking about a demo that we're going to release for both PC and console. Honestly, I can't wait. We didn't even get a chance to talk about multiplayer and all the stuff we're going to be doing with multiplayer. And while we're here, Mixer integration. Mixer broadcasting in 4K, being able to see, the dad sweater in 4K, getting thrown around the cockpit.
Yeah.
It's not just a competitive sport. It makes it a really great spectating sport as well.
Yeah, that must be really exciting for the work you do with the Forza Racing Championship.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Leagues is one of our stepping stones to the Forza Racing Championship, where we're going to be, tiering people based on their skill, and they're going to learn about clean racing as they move their way up to hopefully someday be able to compete in the Forza Racing Championship.
Excellent. I mean, you mentioned